Next up on copycat.com, refried beans cooked in a pressure cooker. We're gonna make refried beans, and you know, actually they're not fried twice or anything like this. They're actually just cooked and made better. So we're going to do these in a pressure cooker because it'll take a little less time. And we're gonna use dried beans for this recipe. This is a inexpensive and cheap way to make great tasting refried beans. So let me tell you what we're gonna put in here. We're gonna put a little bit of chipotle powder in here. These are actually smoked jalapenos and they taste great. We're also gonna put cumin. You know, at my house, apparently I like a lot of cumin. I like to buy it in bulk. I can get it for a great price. Well, you can see I actually paid $4.89 for this huge container of cumin. I am gonna use bacon grease in here. I'm gonna use this for a little bit of extra flavor. If you wanna make vegetarian refried beans, use vegetable oil. It'll work great. And we're also going to use cilantro. Now I've cut the leaves and the stems in 2 separate portions. And I also have one medium-sized yellow onion that's kind of chopped kind of coarsely because this is gonna get pressure cooked, so I don't need to dice it really, really finely. So let's go ahead and start the cooking process. The first thing you're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and saute together the onions and the cilantro stems. This will give the beans a really good flavor. Now I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of bacon fat in here. Now whenever I make bacon in the oven, I always kind of render the fat and I use it later. And I always save it for purposes just like this. So we're going to put the stems and the onions in here and we're gonna saute this until the onions become translucent. So while the cilantro and onions are sauteing, we're gonna go ahead and go through the beans. Now, whenever you buy dry beans, you need to kind of sort them to make sure you don't have any bad beans or any rocks in there. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean. All right, you can see right here, I've actually found a couple of either dirt, debris, or rocks. So we're gonna go ahead and push those off to the side because we don't want those. And you can see here's another. All right, so the onions have sauteed perfectly right now. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add about a teaspoon of cumin in here and a little bit of chipotle powder. I like my beans a little bit more spicy. I might recommend that you start with just like a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm gonna add a little bit more. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put our cleaned beans in here. So we've got our beans added in here and I'm gonna go ahead and add the water. I'm adding about 4.5 cups of water. So we're going to go ahead and cook these for about 40 minutes under pressure and we'll come back when the beans are fully cooked. And then we'll show you how to make them refried style. So the beans are done now, so we're gonna go ahead and open these up. I'm gonna go ahead and salt them now, and you can use a masher of your choice. You could use like a potato masher or what have you. I'm going to use an immersion stick blender, and we are just going to mash the heck out of these, and we will get these turned into refried beans. So at this point, I'm gonna salt the beans. So I'm gonna add a good couple teaspoons of salt, because we added no salt previously. So let's go ahead and get these mashed up. So if you want the recipe for these refried beans in the pressure cooker, be sure to go to my blog, copycat.com, and find the recipe there. The written instructions are there waiting for you. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on our next recipes. And please leave me a comment down below what you'd like to see next. So I'm gonna give these a little taste. These are really nice. They're well seasoned. The cilantro is, you can pick out little notes of cilantro, and the onions in here. These are really good. So I know if you make this recipe, you will be proud to serve these refried beans. Thanks for watching.